Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel. Here we share beginner-friendly coding tutorials on Scratch, Roblox, Minecraft, web programming, and many more. So today we are going to create a Roblox project called Cross the Bridge. In this video, we will use Roblox Studio to code the project using Lua language. We will code two scripts, where the first one is the kill script, which apply to the bombs and the poisonous water. And the next script would be to change the direction of the player's camera into a top-down view. All right, so let's get started. Now we will type the code required to make sure that the player dies every time he or she touches the water on the bomb. So if you hover over the bomb, okay, over here in the Explorer part, you will see a plus sign button. And on clicking that, you will search for script. So this will allow us to type in the code. Now you're in the script already. How about let's delete the template first. Let's delete it. And in the first line, we're going to create a function with the name kill and the parameter hit. So this hit, so it will only kill the object that was being hit. On the second line, let's create a variable with the name player. So we're going to write local player equals hit parent and then colon find first child. And then open a parenthesis, also a quotation mark, humanoid. So here, the hit target of this function is the first object that has a humanoid part, which means a human or a player itself. Now we're going to create the line number 3 with the conditional if the player, okay, and then at the sign equals nil then. So this means that if the player is not absent in the game, then we will drop the player's health into 0. And then here, let's add player.health equals 0. And then now in line 7, let's type this script dot parent dot touch and then colon connect parenthesis kill. So what this line does is that the player will only get killed when touching the object which contains this script, which means the bomb. Now we finished the script. How about let's copy the script, copy it, and then paste it into the other bomb objects. Paste into. Okay, paste into. Okay, copy and then paste into. Again, paste into. If you want to make it faster, again, you can always use the shift. Don't forget that we're going to add this script into the turret, which is the water. The last part of this project is to change the direction of the player's camera into a top-down view. All right, now let's go to the starter player in the Explorer and go down. Starter player should be here. Hover over the starter player and let's see the starter player script. Do you see the plus sign over here? Click the plus button and let's look for local script. All right. And then we're going to rename this into disable camera movement. And then we're going to delete the template script over here. On the first line, we will wait for 1 second, wait parenthesis 1 to make sure the player is spawned before we change the view. Then we will disable the camera movement by using script.parent.disable camera movement. All right, it's that one. Disable camera movement equals true. This will restrict players to looking in a certain direction. Now let's hover again over the starter player scripts And then we're going to create another new local script. All right, we're going to name this local script as new direction. Now let's delete the template script. On line number 1, let's define the position of our camera. Now we're going to give a local variable with the name offset. So this will store the position the camera is facing. Depending on the direction you are facing, you might need to adjust the position later on so that you can create a top-down view. Now let's write vector3 dot new and then open a parenthesis. All right, and then how about let's change it into 0, 100, and 50. You can always change this anytime you want, but let's do this first. Let's do the 0, 100, and 50 first. Now on line number 2, let's create a variable called player, local player. So in this player, it will store the players in this game. Now we're going to use script.parent to refer to the starter player level. So this will ensure that the new camera setting will be applied to all the players, even when you publish your game. On line number 3, let's create a variable called camera, local camera equals game.workspace.current camera. So this variable will refer to the camera in the workspace. On line number 4, let's create a variable called run service, local run service. So this run service will get the service of run service. We will further clarify this as we code. So here in the Roblox, the run service component contains method which manage the context of which the game is running. Now we're going to have game colon get service run service. On line 5, we will change the camera's field of view to 90. Now let's type camera dot field of view and then equals 90. So the field of view is the range of the game world that can be shown on the screen. Changing it to 90 will show us a bigger portion of the game. Now on the 6th line, let's create a function with the name on render step. And then let's enter to the line number 7. So here we're going to create a variable with the name player position. So this player position will store the position of the humanoid root part of the player. Actually, the humanoid root part is the core of a player, and it can be used to locate a player. Now, let's have equal over here, and then let's have player dot character dot humanoid root part dot position. On line 8, let's create a camera position variable, local camera position equals player position plus offset. So here, the camera position variable will store the adjusted position of the camera. The adjusted position is the player's position plus the offset. On line number 9, let's reset the C frame or the coordinate frame of the camera. Now we have camera dot coordinate frame equals C frame dot new. And then we're gonna have parenthesis, camera position, comma, layer position. Now, to carry out the top-down view adjustment, we'll run on line 11, the bind to render step function. So we're going to have run service, and then colon, bind to render step. Yep. So there are 3 main arguments in the bind to render step function. First, we have the name. Second is the priority. And the third is what function to call. Okay, so for our program, it will be camera, remember the apostrophe, and then enum.render priority. Render priority dot camera dot value. And then we're going to have on render step. After typing out the script, go to File and then save your project. Then go to Home and then Play to test it out. Now I'm testing the game right now. Here I cannot adjust my camera movement. And then when I go here, you need to really be careful. And then let's see if the bomb works. Okay, the bomb works properly over here. And then what will happen if we accidentally fall down? Okay, so we'll die. So that's all for the game design of this project. Hope you like this video. Don't forget to subscribe and like our videos. Also, check out these 2 other videos here while you're waiting for the next video. Thank you and see you in the next video. Goodbye.